You're listening to Rolling Toe with trucking experts Kevin and Mike Beckett. This is the show where you ask the questions and we give you the diagnosis on how to get the most out of your truck. We'll talk about avoiding wear and tear, knowing your suspension and axles, and how to get more mileage from your tires. We're on the audio road. Let's get rolling.
Good evening.
This is Kevin.
And this is Mike.
We're doing the Rolling Toe Show.
We're here to cause you no end of grief and misery.
That's our stated goal.
Yeah.
Somewhere in the business plan is
our mission statement.
Spread misery via the internet.
All right. We have spent 21 sessions discussing tire wear issues. For the next few, we're going to be talking about handling issues. And then after that, we'll just start making shit up.
Wait. Didn't we start that in week 1?
Oh, yeah. But you weren't supposed to tell them that.
Oh, the jig is up.
Oh, jig is up. Okay. All right. Okay. The first thing you need to understand is that many things that cause tire wear also cause handling problems. And so the corrective actions that will solve tire wear may also resolve the handling issues. It's beneficial to change the perspective right now and look at handling issues and their probable causes and cures. And although there may be some overlap in areas, some problems can be diagnosed from the handling characteristics quicker than you can find the tire wear. Because if the truck, for example, has the right pull from day one, well, the tire wear is going to follow eventually. We break down handling issues into 3 major categories. A tendency to pull one way or the other. And in North America, it usually is to the right. The second are vibrations, and under that is the vibration in the steering wheel, whereas in the seat and feet. And third is a tendency for road wander, or feels like it's squirrely or loose in the steering wheel. And we'll be going through all of these things in the next few sessions. So if you got a handling problem, or if you got a tire wear problem, or you got a problem with your mother-in-law.
No?
We don't want to talk about those?
Leave those out.
Oh, darn.
Dr. Phil's out there somewhere. He can handle it.
Let him handle all the touchy-feely. Yeah, and the eHarmony will find you a new girlfriend.
They're the ones that find you. We're not here for that.
All right. If you have a question or a comment, push 1 on your phone dial. That'll put you in the queue so we know you have a question. Don't push it twice. You'll erase yourself. And if we don't have enough questions, I'm going to start singing and telling jokes, and you know what that means.
Trouble.
Yeah. All right, we got one up there already.
2-3.
And he's from the 270 area code?
Yes.
It sounds awful familiar. I really should know this. But since it's Sunday night, and I've been sucking beer all afternoon and cleaning out the garage, I'm going to say Northern Jamaica.
I'm going with Ohio.
Ohio. Okay, well, let's click on this guy and see what he says.
Hello there. Hello.
Can you hear me now?
Jerry. Yeah.
Good.
Can you hear me?
What part of Jamaica are you from?
I'm not from Jamaica, man. I'm from Kentucky.
Okay. All right. Well, keep Jamaica in your mind. Maybe it'll be someplace you'll go to.
Okay. If I may, my question is about the suspension. I've got a small fleet of Freightliner Century class trucks. They range from a 2000, a 2001, and a 2003. And I have read your truck wheel alignment book. I got off the Let's Truck site, and I'm starting to read the Common Sense for the Common Man. Your books, sir, are excellent. And I thank you for those. Well, thank you, and thank you for what you do. My situation is quite strange. For me, you've probably seen it. But 2 of my trucks have started to lean. When you walk up to the truck to begin your pre-trip, you can clearly see that there's a lean to the driver's side or left-hand side. And there's no handling issue, there's no pulling issue, there's no tire wear issue, but the 2003 did it. And about 2 weeks ago, I've been trying to route the truck back. I run expedited freight, and I apologize, I forgot to clarify. My trucks are straight box. They come out of the factory with stretched frames. They have the C10, the Caterpillar 10, and they had auto shifts. One of them, the one I'm in, was swapped out for a manual the previous owner did. They're fantastic trucks. They're amazing. They're bulletproof, as Kevin would say. They all have over 1 million miles on them, and they do fantastic. But all of a sudden, I hit a bad pothole, or something was in the road. I think it was the base of one of them barrels, but it slammed my left front really hard. And after that, I started noticing the droop in the 2000. But the 2003, I may have hit a bad bump, I'm not sure. But they lean to the left, and they don't take bumps as well as they used to, and I cannot find any obvious problems. And changing the shock, that hasn't helped, blah, blah, blah.
Okay. So before the catastrophic bump, the truck sat level, and it went over the bump smoothly, and now it leans to the left, and did you say that it rides rougher, it hits bumps harder?
Yes, it's as if when you go over the littlest of bumps, it's as if you're flying down the highway. I'm all about fuel mileage, and my trucks run 62 miles per hour or less, or I get rid of the driver. And I get 11 miles per gallon. I'm trying to get 15. I mean, my trucks do phenomenal, thanks to Kevin and his advice, scan gauge and all that. So my trucks don't run, they don't fly down the highway. But when I hit little bitty bumps, it's as if I flew across them since this lean has started.
Okay. How many miles are on the truck that you're talking about?
I'm sorry? How many miles is on this truck? I'm having a little bit of trouble hearing you.
Yeah, how many miles are on the truck? What does the odometer say?
Okay, the 2000 that I'm specifically in right now, that I'm talking about, it has 1,395,474 miles.
And do you think those are the original leaf springs?
Probably, yes, sir. On the 2003, it looks like it's had work, but on the opposite side. But go ahead.
So my suggestion, those leaf springs don't. I would get pins and shackles, respring that thing, and see how she does.
That's a
10-4.
issue.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Not a problem, buddy. You have yourself do it. Whoever takes them out, when you bolt the front pin on the leaf spring before you tighten the U-bolts, and make sure the axle is square to the front of the truck.
And replace both sets at the same time.
Yeah, both sets of springs at the same time.
You got it. I can do
All right.
that. Thank you so
No
much.
problem. You betcha. Have a good day.
All right.
So that was that Jamaica or Kentucky?
He said it was Kentucky, but I think it's northern Jamaica.
Could have
That's
been.
just
Put Kentucky.
J-Tucky? Okay, J-Tucky it is. All right. It didn't stay? You got to save it. You got to learn how to use this computer? There it is. Now he's got it. Okay.
Well,
Next phone call.
We got a few more in here. The 307. There you go.
307. By golly, I think that's southern Idaho.
Wow, that's pretty specific. I'm going to throw down Texas because there's so many areas.
Okay, all right. Hello there.
Hello, it's right next to Idaho. It's Wyoming.
Wyoming. See, I told you it
Just
was
the
southern
one area
Idaho.
code in Wyoming.
Pretty close. What's up, buddy?
I've got a 2000 SL106, and I went on your website last week or whatever. I was trying to figure out, I heard you talking about torquing the wheel bearings. I had to do a bunch of rear end work, so I had my hubs off. It's got a 21,000-pound rear end, and I couldn't figure out how to get to where you guys showed how to, do that. I used to do it, tighten it as tight as you can, then back it off an eighth of a turn. But I thought you guys said it's supposed to be 75 pounds on the inner and 150 on the outer. Please tell me I'm right.
Well, did you torque it with the wheels on the hub, or did you take the wheels and drums off when you torqued it?
It was just the hub when I torqued it.
Just the hub? Okay, you might be just a little bit tight. I prefer with just the hub to be somewhere between 25 and 40 foot-pounds. Okay? You're at 75.
Yeah.
But I know 75 to 100 on those with just the hub, and they do well, but I think it's just a little snug.
Okay. They're not getting hot on me. I mean, I get out and touch them every once in a while to see if they're scalding, and I can keep my hand on it.
Then it's probably not a problem. And when you were done adjusting it and you put the wheels back on it, were you able to spin the wheels with your hand?
Oh yeah, it felt great actually.
Then it's fine.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
If it was too tight and you tried to turn it, they wouldn't want to go a half a turn, and they would have said, "No, I ain't going." So you're probably okay.
Okay.
Now, as far as where the torque specs are, there's a video in the video library on our website, and one of the videos is bearing adjustment. So the specs will be in there. The other way you can get it if you want it is you can email us off of the contact form on the website and tell them that you want the specs and email them back to you.
Oh no, I think I'm losing my signal. Please don't.
You're still here. I can hear you.
Oh, okay. I just now got you back.
Okay, good. So what I was saying is you can either look at the video on the website in the video library, or you can email us off of the contact form on our website and ask for the specs, and they'll email them back to you.
Oh, okay. Okay. Thank you very much.
I'm in southern Idaho.
Thanks for calling. Idaho.
Thank you.
Idaho.
Wyoming.
Bye-bye.
Wyoming.
All right.
All right. What do we got? What's up?
Well, I guess there were two other people that had questions about bearings, because as soon as you said go to the video library, they disappeared.
Maybe they didn't like that advice.
Maybe.
You never know. Okay,
All
so
right.
what do we got here?
417.
417. I'm going to go Ohio.
Ohio. 417. North Carolina.
North Carolina. I got Ohio. All right. Are you there?
Yeah, I am here.
Cool. Where are you? What part of Ohio are you in?
Ohio, are you on crack, man? This is the hub of the universe, Springfield, Missouri.
Springfield. There we go.
Should have known that.
Prime country, isn't it?
It's what country?
Isn't that where Prime's out of? Springfield?
Pine?
Prime.
Prime Fleet.
Prime. Yeah, I hear that. I think they're on what is that? 65 and 44 right there.
Someplace up there, right?
Yeah,
So
they're
what's
a pretty
going
big
on?
outfit, I believe. So, normally I run about 57 miles an hour. I've got wide singles and just kind of a mix match set, and I've never had any trouble out of them. I bought these tires and wheels kind of as a little package deal, and been trying to wear them out. But that being said, I want to buy a set of tires, that all match and they're a low rolling resistance, which I believe it's that XD1, the Michelin. I think it's like an 89. I normally run 57, and these are 2-inch offset wheels. And I talked to you a couple of weeks ago, and y'all told me to spin them around. I've done that. And since I've done that, I have slung the tread off of 2 of them.
You have?
Like back to back.
That's not good.
Is it just a coincidence, or just being run for so long one way and then running them backwards? Is that a common thing?
No, it's not a common thing, and it's not supposed to happen. But if it did happen, and if the wide base tires are going to be sensitive to that, and so far nobody's told me that before, then I'm going to quit recommend people rotating wide base tires.
Well, like I said, it's never happened, and I've done it before, but this is the first time I've had them happen so quick to spinning them around. And boy, it was just like I had one last week that done it, and then again day before yesterday that done it. Just slung the tire right off. And
the tread separated from the casing.
Yes, sir. Had a full-blown come apart.
That's not good. And how many miles were on the tire?
I would say they probably had one had about 7/32 left on it, and the other one, I had to look at my records, but I believe it had about a 4.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they were getting down there pretty close.
So there wasn't a lot of weight to the tread to separate it. It was a fairly thin tread. And,
yes, sir. And I pull. Go ahead.
And those casings on Michelin casings, I understand, are warranted for 5 or 7 years. Now the tire didn't go flat, right? It just threw the tread.
No. I run 127 pounds in the rears.
Hmm?
But I was going fast that day. I was running 65. So I'm wondering if, and it was a 101 degree day. The second tire, the first tire, it was about 95 degrees. So I don't know if it was just a coincidence or a temperature thing or a speed thing. But here in the last couple of weeks, I've been having to run fast, which really irritates me. But is that too fast for that tire, or?
In my experience, that is a little fast for that casing. But the Michelin tire is rated to run 75 miles an hour. So that shouldn't have been a problem for the tire. Now, when it threw the tread, did it throw it all the way across, or just one shoulder, or just to the middle, or what?
The whole thing, both of them, the whole damn thing. Like, if you go down from the shoulder, from the tread, right down to the shoulder, about 1.5 inches on both sides. So like it was perfect. Just slung it right the hell off.
I would be after Michelin for warranty on those.
Well, these tires I bought used, and they were a little long in the tooth. I think one was an 06 and one was a 09.
Oh, okay. Well, the 09 should still been under warranty. The 06 would have been out of warranty.
Uh-huh.
But an 09, that's
6 years.
That's 6 years. They only have either 5 or 7 year. I'm not sure what the warranty is on that casing, but you're pushing the end of the warranty.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you believe it was just fatigue, or?
Yeah, when it comes apart like that, from shoulder to shoulder, the whole thing comes off and separates, and you can see the plies in the casing when it comes off. Okay, that's a casing failure. It's not an underinflation, because an underinflation will blow the sidewall out. It's not a shoulder from a loose bearing or something. I've just got a picture today of one of those that was on our Facebook, and it just dropped one shoulder off and shredded it, and the tread on the first 2 ribs just came right off. The other 7 ribs, the other 5 ribs were still there. So that was an abuse of the tire. But where the whole thing comes off, that's a straight out casing failure.
I see. Well, all right, Dave. Because I've been quite the talk of the shop there, because I'm the weird Kevin Rutherford follower guy, and I run real high tire pressures and low rolling resistance tires. So I've been the talk of the shop. So you're telling me it was nothing that I've done. It was just a casing failure.
As far as I'm concerned, it's a casing failure. There's no reason they should have done it. They're rated to carry that much pressure. They're rated to drive 75 miles an hour. And at least one of them was within the warranty period. The other one is questionable.
All right. Well, you learn from it's a teachable experience. So I won't make that mistake again as far as just throwing it away.
Now, being older casings, older tires, why were they sitting so long? Do you know?
Why were they sitting so long?
Never sold?
Yeah. How come they sat so long?
I bought them used. There's no telling how long they've been sitting at this guy's shop. It was kind of one of them trade them at night kind of deals. Who knows how long he had them or where he got them from kind of deal, you know.
Yeah, but if they looked good when you got them, and you've been running them for what, a long time?
I've had them on the truck for. I put them on right before winter, so a good 6-8 months.
Yeah. If the casing had been damaged before you got it, they would have failed a long time before now.
Yep.
So, and the way they failed is a straight out ply separation. Tread flew off straight across, like you said. If that's all clean, there's nothing you did that caused that then.
Yep.
Yeah, there was no cord or wire or anything left on the two sidewalls. It was just like two sidewalls and some really, really thin strips of rubber holding the two sidewalls together.
Right.
Wow.
All right. Well, good luck to you. Get yourself some new ones. And yes, sir. Got another question?
Yes, sir. One more question. Like, if I don't know if you run trucks, but if you was to run a truck, how much air pressure would you run in your tires? Like, what is the optimal pressure?
Okay.
I run
With
really
a
light.
wide base tire, everybody is experimenting and learning what the right pressure is. Okay. If you go to the load and inflation chart, and you can get it off the Michelin website, I downloaded it off of there. And if you're carrying 80.
Uh-oh, I lost you. Hello? I can't hear anything you guys are saying. I don't know if you can hear me. Hello?
Okay, sorry
there?
about
Yep. We got cut
Okay.
off. Our phone line quit. Okay. And if you're running 8,500 pounds on each wheel end or 17,000 pounds on the axle, you can look at the chart. Minimum recommended inflation is for that tire, and I think it's somewhere around 110 or 115 pounds. Okay.
Okay. The sidewall says 120 cold.
Well, that's the maximum. Or that's the minimum pressure for the maximum load. Okay.
that. Yep.
So you
Minimum
need to look
pressure
at the side
for the
for the
maximum load. Okay.
Right. And so you can run 120, 125 in there, and you're not going to hurt that tire because 125 is not over a maximum pressure. There is no maximum pressure for that tire. Okay?
Uh-huh.
Let's take another example. Let's say you had dual wheels,
Uh-huh.
and you were running 22.5 dual wheels on there.
Uh-huh.
And each tire then is carrying 4,250 pounds because there's two tires where you have one, right?
Uh-huh.
And if you look at the load and inflation chart for a dual tire, the minimum pressure for that tire is 75 pounds. But everybody runs 100 back there, so they overinflate them by 33% or 25 pounds. So running a tire a little overinflated is not a bad deal. So that's not going to be our issue. Now, I don't want them to run underinflated.
Uh-huh.
Underinflated is always bad. So
Right,
120 to 125 and those
sidewall
sound
flex.
good to me. Yeah.
Oh, can I run them tighter to make them have a lower rolling resistance? Because that's
Yeah,
what
the
I'm
high-
gathering.
Yeah, the higher the pressure you run, the better your rolling resistance number is. The
So
lower
what would be?
you run them in pressure, the worse your rolling resistance.
So
And
is it this chart? Is it to do with heat or weight or both of them, or what? I guess what I'm asking is, what is the max that I can run?
There is no max.
Without-
The max is stamped on the rim. The rim gives you a maximum.
Okay.
The tire does not have a maximum inflation.
All right. So I'm not going to break a tire with air.
No. If you had a brand new rim and a brand new tire and an unlimited amount of pressure you could put in that tire, how much pressure do you think it would take to blow the tire off the rim?
Well, I would venture to say probably around 300 to 400 pounds. And the only reason I say that is I done some tire wheel work in the Marine Corps, and we inflated some of them babies up to 600-800 pounds.
Yeah, you have a heavier rim there. Okay? For the normal highway truck rims that we have, they're either going to be stamped maximum cold inflation, and it'll be right on the rim. It's either going to be 120 or 140. That's the normal rims. Depends on which weight rim you buy. Okay?
Okay.
That's cold. So pay attention to that for your maximum cold inflation. Now, once they heat up, they're going to have more pressure than that. But the
Right.
rim is the only thing that gives you a maximum inflation.
Okay. So don't exceed the rim's maximum inflation, and I should be all right with the rubber that's on it.
Exactly.
In all
Is that? Well, how about that? Is there?
All right, buddy.
Do you
You have a
have
good
like
day.
you don't have like a PayPal account where I can send you some money for all this, or is this just free of charge?
Oh, this is all free of charge, but we take checks, we take cash, we take goodwill.
Well, guys, I appreciate the hell out of you. You've educated me both times that I've called, and your knowledge is just it's incalculable. The value that it is worth. I tell you what, I don't know what we'd do without you guys.
We keep trying to help out, and one of these days we'll make some money at it.
Yeah.
All right, y'all be good.
All right, bye-bye.
Thanks for calling.
Okay, now that guy was from where?
Misery.
Misery.
Yep.
Misery. You mispronounced that. All right. We got a couple more.
We do. We have 2 more.
Can I tell some jokes in the meantime?
In the meantime,
No.
you want to get to them or tell the joke?
I was out with this guy golfing,
Uh-huh.
and he was putting.
Uh-huh.
He had a new putter. I said, "What happened to your old putter?" He said, "It couldn't swim."
That's your kind of joke, right?
All
there.
done.
That's why you work on trucks and you're not a comedian.
I'm not a stand-up. All right. What do we got? What's the phone area code?
We got a 559 area code.
559. There's no 559 in the United States
No, it must be Jamaica.
or Canada.
Oh, you got Canada. I
It's
got
warm enough
Jamaica.
we could go to Canada. I'm going to take British Columbia.
British Columbia.
It's beautiful this time of year.
All right.
What do we got?
It is.
Yeah. Hello there.
Hey,
Hello.
Are you?
is. Go ahead.
Where is it?
You break it out.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hello. Okay, yeah.
Hello.
559 is Fresno, California.
Fresno. I know where Fresno is.
You were relatively close.
I've been pretty close to Fresno a couple of times.
Yeah.
They didn't
Yeah.
catch me, so I'm not in jail.
It's the armpit of California.
There you go. What's up, buddy?
Anyways, I got just a quick, easy question. I think it's going to be easy. What's that old myth about the golf balls or antifreeze in tires?
All
Does
of
it
them
work
will
or
balance.
does it not?
It does work. The problem is that antifreeze in the tire is an ethyl glycol mixture, and it's hard on the rubber. So we don't recommend putting antifreeze in long term. It's just not a good deal. Golf balls, depending on the density of the golf ball and whether it's got a titanium core or if it's got a balata cover or whatever, it's hard enough that it can etch the tire on the inner liner and cause you some problems. But the physics is that a free-floating mass in a spinning assembly will self-balance the spinning assembly. And physics doesn't care what that free-floating mass is, whether it's a handful of sand or if it's 3 golf balls or 16 ounces of liquid, whatever the liquid is, you know.
Or a bunch of beads.
Or beads. It will balance the tire. The problem is that all of these foreign substances you put in can damage the tire, and that's where the big concern is.
Gotcha.
Yep.
All right, that's all I really wanted to know. Me and my brother were discussing that, so I appreciate it.
I was on a tour of the United States with Volvo Truck Company back at around 2000. It's called the New Roads Tour. And we were going across the country with 4 or 5 brand new trucks. I can't remember how many there were, hauling trailers, stopping at truck stops and doing little trade shows. And in this trip around the country, 2 of the trucks had a real bad shimmy in the front end. And I had my golf clubs with me, and I said, let's pull into the truck stop here tonight, and I'm going to have them put golf balls in the steering tires. And they said, no way it'll work. I said, let's find out. We threw it in, smoothed the trucks right out. Now, I didn't recommend it, but we proved that it would balance the tires.
Oh, good. I'm going to give it a go.
No problem, buddy.
All right.
All right. Thank you very much.
Colin.
I'm
Fresno, huh?
Yep.
You didn't type that in.
Oh, that right here.
Is that the same one?
Yes.
Okay. We need to make sure that we know where Fresno is.
Yes. That's in the 559 area.
559. It's just north of Bakersfield. I think it's just south of Modesto, or is it north of Modesto? You don't know.
All I know is it's east.
It's in California.
It's east in California.
It's in the valley.
It's near. It's like well, near when you
Down
go north from
in
San
the
Diego, it's the nearest one to Yosemite.
The valley so low. Never mind. Never mind.
Okay, people are calling just so
They're calling just to get me off the phone.
Right.
What do we got here?
We got the 803 area code.
803.
Yeah.
803. Arizona.
Here, so, I'm going with Pennsylvania.
Okay. 803.
Hello, gentlemen.
Oh, wait. How you doing?
How about Columbia, South Carolina?
Boy, did we miss that one.
Hey, a quick joke. Hey, a gentleman was celebrating his 50th anniversary, and they asked him, well, what did you do for your 25th anniversary? And he says, I took my wife to Europe. He says, what are you going to do for your 50th? He said, I'm going to go back and get her.
Gonna go back and get her.
I have a question. I'm running the Michelin wide base tires on my truck, and I heard you were talking one night about I got the 2-inch offset rims, and I have on my front drives I have the X1 X-Line Energy D, and on the back drives I have the it's the one with the little open shoulder. Yeah, I can't think of it. It's the one I see most people are running them. It's the Michelin.
That's all right. What's your question?
XDN2 or something like that. On my front drive, I'm getting some cupping on the inside of the tire on the driver's side. It's like it's wearing some little close to the right on the inside on the out rib.
Right close to the frame. There's only two things that cause that cupping in there. One would be if the bearing is a little loose. Okay. Then the wheel wiggles and it chops that off. The second is with the 2-inch offset rims, we find often that the weight popping on the axle as you go down the road and hit bumps flexes the whole axle and chops the inside edge. Okay? So inside edge wear is either bearings or axle flex, and 2-inch offset rims encourage axle flex.
Now, you mentioned one time about Xing them, like take my left front and put it on the right rear.
Yeah, that's a normal rotation pattern that you should do periodically.
But what I was thinking then, and that way I would reverse the rim, just leave the tire like it's running and just put it on, just make the offset, have it, you were saying something, you can turn those rims around.
Yeah, if you want to turn the rims around and make it a 1-inch inset, you see the center part of the rim where the lug studs go through is about 1 inch thick. So if you flip the rim with a 1-inch inset instead of a 2-inch outset, it's much easier on the axle, easier on the bearings, and we get less irregular tire wear. So if you want to take the wheels off, flip them around, remount your tires or whatever, you're going to have to change the valve stems and run them out through a little hand hole so you can air the tires up and it won't be hitting the drum anymore. You can do all that at the same time, and hopefully you'll get better tire life. Okay. Now there was one in just now that said he flipped his tires. Now these were old tires; they only had like 4 or 5 30 seconds left on them. But after he flipped them, he threw 2 treads off the tires. Now that concerns me. I haven't heard a lot of that, but I don't like people taking my advice and then having tires fail.
Right. Okay. I wasn't sure if that was a sign because my right front steer tire, the outside edge wore all the way down to the cord at 75,000 miles. So I was wondering if that was maybe something to do with my axle being out of alignment or something back there.
Well, you broke up there. Are you now talking about a steer tire wearing funny?
Well, yeah, my right front steer tire wore all the way down to the cord on the outside tread.
Yeah,
75,000 miles. My left steer tire, I did like you said, run my hand in and out, and I don't feel any sharp edges, and it feels flat all the way across. It feels good. But I didn't
right front,
that.
The right front. Slide your hand in and out. Does it feel smooth going toward the frame and rough coming out?
I've already put a new tire on because the cord was showing. But I didn't, when I did that, I noticed that cupping on the inside of that left rear drive. And so I didn't know if that meant that my drives were out of alignment a little bit, putting a little bit of pressure on that right front or what.
Well, if the drives are out of alignment, and that's very possible, they would cause wear on your steer tire. But the drives being out of alignment will not cause any wear on your drive tires.
Oh,
okay.
Okay.
Tires do the pushing, they don't get pushed.
Okay? So,
yes, sir.
yeah,
Thank you.
Alignment
I love your show. I love listening to y'all. Sir?
Have a great day.
Thanks
we'll have a joke
Thank
for
you.
you later. All right.
So South Carolina.
and it was a 50th anniversary wedding joke.
Yeah.
Okay, my 50th anniversary is coming up next year.
Next year.
Okay, and so I got to figure out what I'm going to do.
Taking a trip to California.
Yeah.
I see something happen.
So I could leave her there? Or no, she'd leave me there.
She could leave you. That would be
San Diego. That'd be tough to take.
That'd be terrible.
She could put up with the winter back here. You'd shovel her snow for her, wouldn't you?
Well, I'd get the kids to.
Get the kids to do it. All right. I knew we could work this out.
We can do this.
All right. Did we?
The last one was 803.
Okay.
The new one is 903.
803 was South Carolina. 903 has to be on the other side of the country, doesn't it?
I think so. That's the rules.
I'm going for Cuba.
Cuba. That's not the other side of the country.
But it's close enough.
But I'll go with that line of thinking. I'm going to say California.
You're going to go California. I'm going Cuba.
All right.
Hola, amigo.
How about Eastern Texas?
Eastern Texas.
Okay.
We're hitting all over it.
I thought I knew the rules. I guess I don't.
But no, I called and talked with you, Mike, on Kevin's show here about 3 or 4 weeks ago, and was having some crazy problems with my steer tires. I had 3 alignments by 2 different shops and 3 different techs. Couldn't get it figured out. I talked to my dispatcher and made it a point to get to Kansas City to see Chad. And my sub axles were perfectly aligned, and my steer was 1 1/4 inch toe in.
Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness!
The lasers were pointing on the wall. They weren't even on the pad.
That's ugly.
That's pretty bad.
And now that it's fixed, how's it driving?
I had that done, went straight over to C&E and had XDA or the XDA 3 pluses put on, and it runs like a Cadillac. I put about 15,000 on them now, and they're just smooth as all get out.
I'm glad to hear it, buddy.
That's the way it's supposed to be.
So do you have a joke for us?
Yeah, it's called alignment shops that aren't MD. I don't have no joke, but I think it's a joke in itself that you take 3 different shops and 3 different alignments, and it's just horrible. But it's just plumb pathetic. But I'm glad that y'all guys are out here to help us fix the problem, and I hate that it cost me so much money to finally get it right, but it's definitely worth the route trip to go up there and see somebody you can trust.
Well, it was cheaper than 4 years of college.
That's true.
All right, well, thank you guys, and keep up what you're doing. We appreciate every bit of it.
Not a problem, buddy. You drive safe down there in Cuba.
No, it's California. Texas. It's Texas.
Texas, that was it.
All right, thanks for calling.
All right. Okay, cool. So he called us a couple of weeks ago.
Yep.
He was having problems. We told him the tire's out of alignment, truck's out of alignment. He finally got it to Chad. Chad said it was 1 1/4 inch towed in.
That would be off heads.
Man.
That is. I mean, it's. I've seen a vehicle just do a few hundred miles. This was. He was out of Wyoming. He got his kingpins done. He drove from Wyoming to Des Moines to get the tow. He started the alignment here. He was just going to get it finished here. And he got it into the shop, and he said, "Hey, I have I could have finished the tow now that that's going on, but I got this problem on the drive tires. I got they're falling apart.
Mm-hmm.
They got these little rubber balls all over.
Mm-hmm.
So I looked at that and I'm like, wow, rubber balls. They're only on the inside duals,
Mhm.
but both sides
Mhm.
front drive. There's little rubber balls all over.
Mm-hmm.
So then I'll get back to that, but when I measured the toe on the steer, it was well over a half inch, about a 3/4 of an inch towed in.
Mm-hmm.
So it was just
Shaving the rubber off.
rubbing the tires off of the ground and leaving it on the front drive. So an inch and a quarter, I hate to think what it was doing to his tire life.
Yeah. Well, he said he had to go right over to TD and get some rubber put on.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. What's the next one?
661.
661. That's a well-known number.
Is it?
Yeah, but I don't know what it is.
It's well known to somebody.
You're well-known to somebody.
Yeah.
Which one do you want? You guess first this time.
Wisconsin.
You're going to go Wisconsin? I'm going to go Indiana.
All right. Well, we're sticking to the Midwest.
There you go. Hello, Midwest caller. Hello there. Can you hear me, 661? 661, where are you? No luck.
No luck.
We'll try back.
I'm right here.
There he is. There he is. Go right back to him. What you got?
Southern California. Sorry about that. I forgot to turn my mute off.
Cal. Okay. All right. Very good.
Yeah.
So
out
what's
in the sticks, still in L.A. County, but out in the woods.
You weren't driving up Cajon Pass the other day, were you?
No, I wasn't. My truck is too experienced to go to California, so I can't go home anymore.
Okay.
It bites. Never mind. Hey, for that gentleman who was talking about putting golf balls or liquid of some sort in his tires, a suggestion for you would be to look at a product by, I think it's Fuller Brothers, called Tire Life.
Yes, Tire Life.
I would
liquid.
I would highly recommend that stuff. When you pull your tires after you wear them out, your inside of your wheels are just clean as a whistle. I mean, it's just slicker than hog snot on concrete, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Fuller's been out a long time. We used to use it a lot of times. There's some other products out too. Tire Line is another that works pretty good. But I agree.
Yeah.
Fuller.
It works pretty slick. I like it.
Very good, buddy. Well, you stay off of Cajon Pass, and we'll talk at you later then.
All righty. Be good. Be well.
All righty. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
What's with Cajon Pass?
Oh, there was coming up out of San Bernardino and Cajon Pass, there was a brush fire.
I saw
burned
that.
up a bunch of trucks and cars. Bad deal.
Burned up cars because they
drove right into the smoke.
Yeah, the reason they couldn't get the fire put out right there was because all the idiots with their little drones were causing a hazard for the
bombers couldn't bomb.
Firefighters.
Yeah, just bomb the drones.
It wouldn't be nice, but that would cause another hazard.
Yeah, bomb the drones. All right, let's see. What else are we talking? Oh, 50th anniversary. Speaking of that, do you know why husbands die before their wives? Because they want to.
Okay.
All right. We got another caller here.
Yes, we do. 612.
612. 612. 612. I tried Cuba. That didn't work. Tried Jamaica. That didn't work. Everything I've tried today didn't work.
Yeah, I'm
going to go Pennsylvania.
I'll go with Oklahoma.
Oklahoma, where the wind comes whistling down the plain.
Okay.
Hello there.
Hi. I'm from Minnesota.
That's where you're going tomorrow morning.
Yeah, I'm going tomorrow morning, going up to St. Cloud.
You're just taking a plane ride.
Cool. What's up?
I've had my truck in for alignment 2 different times, and both times it always pulls to the right. You let go of the steering wheel, it just immediately moves about quite tenth of a turn maybe. It just automatically moves to the right.
Sure.
Out after both alignments.
So, are you there?
So, yes. So,
okay.
How do I get rid of that?
Okay, first question is, did you go to an MD alignment trained guy, or did you just go into a shop that gave you a printout?
I just went to like a Royal Tire.
Well,
Royal Tire?
might be one of
Yeah.
ours.
They should have fixed that.
In
Most
St. Cloud,
Royal Tires
actually.
have our
Where you
equipment.
were, in St. Cloud, where you were going to go.
That's where I'm going to train tomorrow.
I guess
No,
we've
no,
got
no, no. I'm training at Heartland Tire.
Harlan, no.
Royal Tire in St. Cloud does not have our equipment. They got a beeline system.
That's okay. We heard about
Okay.
this.
So they don't, that particular guy doesn't think I know my ass from a hole in the ground, and he aligns it his own way. Okay?
Yeah, well, his own way is still pulling to the right.
So, that's the way we feel about it. Now, if you wanted to, this Heartland Tire is good. Is that where you live in the St. Cloud area?
Or are you there?
I can get there. I live about 40 miles. I live in Montrose, Minnesota.
Okay.
So it's
Okay.
40 miles, 40 something like that.
Okay. Well, most of the other Royal Tire locations have our equipment. You can call them and ask them, are they using the Red Bar Pro Track system, or do they have something else? And if they have our system, those guys are diligently getting retrained, so I'm pretty confident they could do it right. The other choice is I'm going to be training at Heartland Tire in St. Cloud, Minnesota tomorrow to get their guys up to speed on how to use our system.
Okay.
If that's an option.
Okay? And if you go to our
So-
website, mdalignment.com, you can look at the U.S. map and pick a state, and it'll give you a list of the shops in that state that have our equipment.
Okay, MD alignment, like M as in mouse and D as in dog
Yep.
Yep.
alignment.
Mad.
Dog Alignment Service, MD,
Yeah.
Doctor alignment.
or Mentally Deficient Alignment Service. It still works.
Dr. Ali Ginneman.
Mental disorder alignment. All right, got it.
Cool.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Okay.
You got to push that little button. That button. There you go. Okay.
Got it.
Here's a guy that went to a chain of tire stores that have our equipment in most of their stores, and he went to the one store that has competitive equipment.
And that guy who, let's see, just one of the jokes earlier tonight. One of the jokes earlier tonight was shops that don't use
Our equipment.
our equipment.
Yeah,
And by the way,
that's one of them.
one of the
Yep.
results.
Okay, how long have we been on the air? It feels like 45 minutes.
Roughly.
That was really?
Yeah.
I'm that good?
You're good enough.
Good enough.
You know.
I'm as good as I get?
Yeah.
Okay.
Speaking of numbers like 4 and 5,
4
now,
and 5?
I was reminded just the other night when I was out with my girl,
Mm-hmm.
and there was this person who was just really, really kind of being annoying. It reminded me of one of those old jokes. Why is 6 afraid of 7?
Mm.
Because 7's a registered sex offender.
7's a registered sex offender.
Yeah.
Where did you get that from?
Well, isn't that the old joke?
Oh, okay. Whatever.
Anyway. All right.
We got another call.
Yeah, another call, and you're going to know this one. 770.
Georgia.
Yep.
Atlanta. Hello, Georgia.
Are you
Hey,
there?
what's going on, man?
Good to talk to you.
What's going on?
How you guys doing?
Fun. If
Hello?
we were having any more fun, they'd pay us.
So what now?
We'd insist-
What can we do for you?
Okay. I wanted to give a shout out to you guys. You guys doing a great job, and on behalf of the other drivers, I wanted to say that we appreciate you guys very much.
Well, we're more than happy to help you. Of course, every time you come into my shop, I get to take advantage of you and take your money and pay for my boat.
Okay.
Oh,
So
wait a minute! I don't have a shop anymore.
Okay. Let me ask you a question now.
Okay.
First of all, I have a good friend listen online, and I just want to give a good shout out to her. She always listens to your program. I try to get her to listen to your program all the time.
She's a potential young driver. But anyway, my question is, I have a '07 Freightliner, and I have a just a vibration in the front. I cannot tell what the vibration is, but it comes and go. It comes and go. I have a little vibration. I don't know what's causing it.
Is it between 45 and 55 miles an hour?
Oh no! I'm driving at it. It comes on. I'm driving 65, and I have brand new tires on the front and brand new tires on the rear.
Okay. Now you say the vibration comes and goes, right?
Sometimes I'll feel a vibration. It will be like I'm driving at a particular mile now. It will just come, and I would feel it vibrate heavily, and then, but I notice it, and then it would just disappear, and then it would just come back again.
Okay, when you feel the vibration, do you feel it in the steering wheel or in your feet?
I feel the vibration. How should I put it? All right, I'm holding the steering, holding the gear stick, and I'm feeling the vibration now and again.
You broke up on me.
I
didn't get that.
I don't feel it in my feet. I feel it in the. It's like the vibration is in the truck, on the truck itself. I don't feel it in the steer. Yeah, it's like the whole truck vibrates.
Okay, you're breaking up about every second word. So I'm.
Okay, I'm saying it's like I feel the vibration in the tractor. I don't feel it in my feet. I feel it in the tractor. Hello?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we got cut off.
Yes, I can hear you. Yes, loud and clear.
We got cut off. That's what was happening there. So you are feeling it in the feet and not in the steering wheel, or you're feeling it in the steering wheel and not in the feet?
I'm not feeling it in my feet. I'm feeling it is like the entire truck vibrates and then stop. The entire truck.
The entire truck, but not necessarily in the steering wheel, correct?
Correct.
Okay. And it's when you're holding a steady speed, if you step on the gas, will the vibration go away?
As I said, the vibration is not constant. The vibration isn't constant. It comes and goes.
I think your wheel bearings are loose on the rear end of your truck. I think that's where the vibration's coming from.
If we're hearing correctly.
If we've got this information from you in our head right. But it sounds like a loose wheel bearing in the rear of the truck.
Right. The two things I think that were... What kind of truck was it?
It's a '07 Freightliner.
It's a 07 Freightliner.
Yeah.
Okay.
A very good possibility.
Say what now?
A very good possibility your wheel bearings are loose in the rear of the truck.
Yep. And take it to any of the shops on our list. They will get it done right.
Okay?
Okay. And another point I want to make. MD alignment has been a good place to go to get your truck aligned. I don't know if you have somewhere on your website where we can talk about those phony guys that you go to them 2, 3, 4 times and they cannot get it right. Somebody needs to, put them out there so we can know them so that other drivers don't make the same mistake.
Well, I hate to talk bad about other people. I'd rather talk good about our people.
Well, guess what? If they do a bad job, we need to say they do a bad job. If they do a good job, we need to say they do a good job.
I agree. All righty, buddy. You have yourself a good time and you drive safe, okay?
All right.
Okay, thanks very much. All right.
Bye-bye. That 770 was Georgia.
It was Georgia, but it sure sounded like he was from Jamaica.
Well, he could have. Maybe he came there from Jamaica.
One of the other islands.
Yeah, who knows? All right, mark that down. We don't want to forget it. Keep track of the fact that I actually got one right. We got more questions. We got more people on here.
A couple more.
Look at this.
Man.
We're running out of time.
5 minutes.
Well, we can get them in. 214. Texas. Dallas.
Indiana.
Dallas.
Sure.
Hello, Dallas.
Jackpot, winner, chicken dinner.
Jackpot. There we go. What's up, buddy?
Yeah. I called you 6 weeks ago, a couple of months ago, whatever, and I got the car hauler and it was chomping out the right front tire. So I went to MD Alignment. I went to MD Alignment in North Carolina, and he did an alignment, took it for a test drive, came back, tweaked the rear end, swapped the tires over, and when I left there, my steering wheel was turned like an eighth of a turn to the right. Well, it was about 10 days before I got home. Put two brand new tires on, pulled out of the tire shop. Guess what? Steering wheel smack bang, dead center. So I'm saying he got it right. He's good. Lincolnton, North Carolina.
Yeah, we'll take your call again next time. I was ready to cut you off.
Right.
You got good luck out of it. I really appreciate that.
I got a quick joke for you. Did you know that marriage is not a word? It's a sentence.
It's a life sentence.
That's right.
All right.
Okay, I'm going.
Thank you, buddy. Bye-bye. Bye. Another success story. I like that. Cool. All right. We got another one here.
303.
303. Now, 330 is Ohio. 303. I should know this one.
I know. It sounds really
funny. It is familiar. Trinidad.
Okay. Georgia again.
I want to know how he got the truck from Trinidad to the U.S. Hello there? Can you hear me now?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. What part of Trinidad are you from?
Well, there's a Trinidad, Colorado, and I'm from Denver.
Colorado.
You're Denver, huh?
Yes, sir.
All right.
The Georgia color with the vibration that comes and goes. I had that problem, and it was a flat spotted tire on the trailer, and it would take a while for that vibration to travel down the frame of the trailer.
Travel all the way up.
It would travel all the way up, and I had stopped at the terminal and had them change tires and all kinds of things on the tractor. Checked the wheel bearings and they did all kinds of things to the tractor. Nobody ever looked at the trailer.
And that's what you get for hauling the same trailer all the time.
Yeah. You don't often think that the trailer is going to affect the tractor handling, or especially a vibration.
But it does happen, doesn't it?
But a really nice California inspector caught that for me at the scale.
Cool. Write you a nice ticket for it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a fix-it ticket, though. The company took care of it because I had stopped.
Well, good. All right, buddy. I thank you for calling up with that information. We're always looking for good tips for the guys.
Yeah. And, don't let the DOT be the one that points it out.
Drive safe, huh?
No kidding. Okay, thank you, guys.
Well, folks, we managed to stumble through another hour of the wrong answers and the wrong states and the wrong phone area codes.
It appears that based on everything that we've heard so far tonight, the wrongest answer is marriage.
That's right.
Well, I'm not. We'll have to keep looking into it.
Well, since you're divorced and I'm not, what can I say? The problem is she doesn't believe in divorce. She believes in murder.
Right.
Yeah.
You're never getting divorced.
Never getting out of that. No. Okay. Folks, you have yourselves a good one. We'll be back next week where we will continue to talk about handling issues. Drive safe.
Thanks for joining us on Rolling Toe. If you like what you heard here, leave us a rating and review on iTunes or listen to our other shows at audioroad.letstruck.com. To get in touch with our tribe, call us at 855-800-FUEL. That's 855-800-3835. Thanks for joining us for the ride down the audio road.